Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Shemi Hashai, Bahashim Kakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us the truth, the elect tabernacle of David, to the Aquath that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with the WW3 Daily Update. Shalom and salutations to you as well. We're going to start right here in 2nd Ezra 15 and what? The dragons. Second Ezra 15 and 28. Behold, a horrible vision. So this is Ezra being shown what? A vision, and it was horrible. And the appearance thereof from the east, or the Middle East in this case, where the nations, plural, of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Okay? So all these Arab nations, right? Arab nations, the nations of Arabia, not one, not just the Palestinians, right? Now, if we jump down to 31, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand. Oh, they're going to whoop ass. Remembering their nature, they're a wild men. If they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. All right. First, all the nations that have been against each other, right, destabilized. America has the whole Middle East destabilized, so these guys are at each other's throat. But right now, they have bigger fish to fry. And then together with the Iranians, right, they can't be stopped, right? So let's take a look at that, because you're supposed to have a ceasefire, are you not? Well, the ceasefire is with Hamas. It's not with Hezbollah. It's not with the Houthi rebels in Yemen. Let's say Europe. So anyway, this is a New York prepper. We're going to let him give the update 3 hours ago on what? World War III. Take it away, Greg. It's Greg here.
What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NY Prepper. It is Saturday, November 25th, 2023, and I have an emergency alert to share with you guys. Right now, it is 11:56 a.m. Eastern Time here in the United States. And we have some major breaking news coming in from the Middle East. So apparently, Yemen's Houthi rebels, or the Yemen army, have seized a British container ship in the Red Sea, and the name of this ship is called the Zim Luanda, and it was going from Israel to China. So this is a British container ship that has now been seized by Yemen yet again, and this was posted this morning by the Yemen army spokesman, and he just tweeted Zim, and there's some vessel tracking websites that confirm that this ship was in fact seized based on the path of this vessel. So this is very concerning, guys. The Yemen military has seized another Western cargo ship or container ship. Very, very concerning information.
So is this part of the ceasefire? Okay, and Hezbollah is over there doing what they do, shooting rockets and bombing tanks and shit.
We also have some breaking news coming in that apparently a Qatari delegation has arrived in Israel to
Qatar, or what they call Qatar, right? To do what? To try to extend, to try to talk some sense into you fools before you fuck up the whole plan in the Middle East, which is everybody makes some money off of this oil, but you motherfuckers are over here conducting a genocide as though we can, condone that.
Discuss extending the current temporary ceasefire in exchange for the release of more hostages held by Hamas. And apparently, Egyptian and Qatari communications are underway to extend this ceasefire. And one of the Egyptian officials working on this said that they have received positive indicators regarding extending the truce in Gaza for another day or two. Now, American citizens are not expected to be among the hostages released during this truce, but the White House remains hopeful that 3 American citizens will be part of the hostage release in the coming days. This was reported by CNN. Okay, so only 3 American citizens being released. That's a terrible deal, guys. Okay.
Are you still only getting a
Slovakia. Emotional preppers.
Guys, hey, the Biden administration is just doing a terrible job managing this situation, just like they did a really bad job.
You mean the Americans, right? The Americans suck. That's what you're saying. But you're blaming it on Biden, right? Who is one wing of the American political system. So it adds up to the Americans.
Managing Ukraine, and we have a U.S. Ohio class submarine that just took off from Bangor, Washington. That's their home base on the west coast of the United States. It's actually their main base. That's where most of the U.S.'s nuclear-armed submarines are kept, and that's also where they store Trident missiles in Bangor, Washington. So we have a nuclear-armed submarine that just left this base outside of Seattle, and where it's going, we don't know, but it's full of nukes. And this was 2 days ago. This picture was taken. Potentially, it's going to be going to the Korean Peninsula or some other flashpoint area. And apparently, there are now air raid alerts in southern Israel due to missiles that were fired from Yemen. So Yemen is continuing to fire ballistic missiles at southern Israel. Very concerning. And we know that just a few weeks ago, for the first time in Israel's history as a nation, did they ever have a medium-range ballistic missile fired at them, which is just very, very concerning. And Russia has relocated their RS-24 Yars ICBM to the Kozelsk military base in western Russia, closer to Europe, and the missile can reach London in less than 5 minutes. So the RS-24 Yars is a missile that could be used in silos, and it can also be put on trucks. So this is very, very concerning. My guess is this is probably one of the trucks, the mobile launchers that they have. Russia has over 150 of the mobile launchers. The Yars is a multiple warhead missile. It can carry 4 to 6 warheads with a lower yield. So it does have a lot of firepower, and they're...
What are we talking about? Warheads, missiles, nukes, nuclear subs.
Very difficult to track once they disperse to the countryside. Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer,
this has nothing to do with the war,
who was convicted of murdering George Floyd,
except for the war on Jake's,
was stabbed by another inmate and seriously injured last night at a federal prison in
one for our side,
Arizona. A person familiar with the matter told the Associated Press the Bureau of Prisons confirmed that he was assaulted at the FCI Tucson at around 12:30 p.m. local time on Friday. In a statement, the agency said responding employees defense systems and to detect their locations. And apparently there are now emergency power outages underway in Kyiv. So the situation in Ukraine is still not looking good, still escalating. And Ukraine has agreed with its partners to receive warships to ensure the safety of vessels in the Black Sea grain corridor. This was confirmed by President.
So he basically said that Ukraine is still expanding. The war is still expanding. Nobody's reporting on it because all the focus is in the Middle East. But hey, Vlad is over there whooping ass. Nobody's saying it. Now, if Ukraine was over there whooping ass, everybody would know about it. But Vlad is over there whooping ass. Okay? So there's a media blackout, right? And what are they doing? They're showing you what's going on in the Middle East. Well, what's going on in the Middle East? Well, there's a ceasefire. Well, why? Because somebody's getting their ass whooped over there and they don't want you to know about it. Who could it be? If Gaza, if the Palestinians, if Hamas was getting their asses handed to them, and that little whatever you call that war was almost over, or it should be over by now, we would know about it. But what do we know? Oh, it's a ceasefire, which is very convenient for somebody getting their ass whooped you weren't expecting. You're taking an ass whooping that you weren't. Now we got to regroup. We got to come up with a better strategy. This one ain't working. That's what that ceasefire is about. And whatever ceasefire you're talking about, that's just in Gaza because Hezbollah's still whooping ass, and so is the Houthi rebels in Yemen.
Zelensky, he said, we already have specific agreements on receiving ships. This is a matter of the near future. So this is crazy, guys. Ukraine is going to get some kind of warships now. That's huge news.
It is, huh? I thought that kind of just went away because it's not being reported on. No, apparently they're still handing them weapons and it's still jumping off over there, just like whatever this ceasefire. Oh, ceasefire. Yeah, Hezbollah's still bombing the shit out of us. And Yemen is still snatching up, what do you call it, cargo ships. So nobody's stopping them, right? Sounds like they're over there winning. Right? When you break it all down, if Israel ain't winning, right, that means that the Arabs are over there winning. Okay? Just like it says in the scriptures. All right, we're going to drop that. Go watch the rest of it if you want to. New York Prepper, no thanks. Emergency alert. Yemen hijacks British ship. Russia moves nuclear missiles closer to Europe. Well, guess what? The Arabs are on the side of the Russians, according to the scriptures. Let's go back. What does this say? Then, this is 2nd Ezra 15:31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand. Okay, so when I say that, just from the news that we're getting or not getting, if Israel was over there, they should be done by now. How long has it been? How long does it take to bomb and strafe, carpet bomb, a section, right, of land as big as Gaza? How long does it take with all the firepower you got? How long does it take to go in there and get the job done? Well, apparently it takes months, and apparently you got to call a ceasefire because you can't go over there and do what you should be able to do. You should be able to go and rescue the hostage. With overwhelming firepower, it should be done already. But no, you're gathering your thoughts. You're regrouping right now because you're over there getting that ass whipped. And there are publications and channels that show you the real truth, although you have to hunt to find them, right? One of them, the elder apostle brought out the other day. What is it called? It's called, it's called Salak. What the hell? Oh, it's called, if you want to see the other side, if you will, that channel is called, what? Something, the other side, something, what is it called? see if I can find it. Bear with me. I just subscribed to it, so. I think it started with an O element. O-P. No. Maybe it's the O. The element O. No, I don't see it. Let's see. Industry. Minutes Morph. Jason Noy. Hustle Bitch. Hustle Bitch got ran out. Let's see. After GMS. Let's see. I don't know if I can find it. I don't see it. CBN News. Like, oh, select it. Now I'm determined to find it. It's called. Wow, I can't find it here either. Combat Vet. Bear with me. Slovakia. Open-minded thinker. I knew it was an O, so where's the O's at? So this is the channel that the elder apostle Tahar suggested. QRS element OP. Open-minded. Why isn't that in here? That's really weird. Okay, so that makes sense as to why I couldn't find it, because element N O off-grid. See, why is Paul and Adrian in there? I just got that one back. So it's called open-minded thinker. I don't know why it's not in here, because I'm looking at it. Let's just go to it real quick. All right, so right here. So go to this, Salakia for taking. Open-minded thinker show is it's they give you the other side, if you will. Okay, Panic in Israel. Okay, battle in Gaza City. See there, and they got some real footage too of what, of Hamas whooping ass. Okay, which they're not going to show you. They're not going to show you the other side. This Western media. They're going to make you believe what they want you to believe. All right, and don't fall for it. All right. Let's see. Let's go. Let's just go here on that note. Okay, because whoever controls the media, right, you get to say what is and what is not. So we'll get this one scripture and then we'll go ahead and close. Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Okay? Rumors. Is it real? Look at all these rumors surrounding me every day. I just need some time to get away. All right? See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So anyway, there's your update. Go watch the rest of New York Prepper. the dragons of Arabia are about to whoop ass, according to the scriptures. So with that, we hope the elect were edified, you brothers and you sisters. Shalom.